everyone watching on YouTube, and welcome back to Persona 4 Golden. Let's load up the game. Zynad, hello, welcome to stream, good to see you. I have chat with me as always. We're gonna load up the save file here. I don't know where I was going with that. Alright, so we got a friggin' level grind again. I got a bit of a discussion that we're gonna start with today. Because I'm gonna make my, I'm gonna make a point about what I don't like. This is one of the only things I don't like about this game. And I'm going to give my explanation for it, and then chat can tell me I'm wrong for whatever reason, and then I'll tell chat they're wrong, and it'll all be a great big fun. But let me just make sure we're all good to go. I have the new Persona on you, yes, Black Frost. At the minimum, I want to get Yukiko to level 43 before we try and fight the boss again, because at 43, I believe she gets Meteorama. So we're good on MP right now. Rize, take us to Minecraft Dungeon, and we're gonna start back from the beginning. Do you hate fighting Hero in Smash as much as I do? I have not played Smash in like 3 months, so I have not played with Hero at all. So, I cannot answer that. Start from Chapter 1. What do you think of the dungeon? The dungeon itself is like amazingly themed, and the music is fantastic, and the boss's theming is also amazing. I hate this start right here where a red enemy immediately looks at me. But, this is definitely my favorite dungeon, like, by a mile so far. It is amazingly designed. I love it. So anyways, what I want to start by talking about today is, first of all, I want to preface it by saying I like this game, and I enjoy playing it. I've had, I think, 2 different people on YouTube say, like, hey, it seems like you... Oh my goodness, that's right, I don't have lightning anymore. Do I know this thing's weakness? I've had, like, 2 people on YouTube say, like, hey, it seems like you don't enjoy the game. And it kind of comes across as like you're only playing it because, oh, they resist ice. Okay, so you weak to fire? Probably. But I've had, like, I think 2 people say it seems like you're just playing the game because it's popular and to get views and stuff, even though you don't actually like the game. I assure you that's not correct. I like the game. I like the game a lot. I don't play stuff on YouTube. Oh my goodness, they're dead. I don't play stuff on Twitch or YouTube based on if it gets views or if viewers like it. That can kind of, that can sort of, I didn't realize I was on a sweep. Give me that and then do this and hope for some luck. Whatever. That can kind of influence it. Like, if a bunch of my viewers are like, hey, I want to see you play this, then I'll consider playing it, obviously. But, I absolutely do not, play games based on if they do well on the channel or not. If that was the case, then I would have been playing Fire Emblem 3 Houses on my channel. I've had at least like 8 or 9 different people ask me, like, hey, when are you gonna do 3 Houses videos? Or, hey, are you gonna upload any 3 Houses? And I just don't want to upload it because I don't think it would be fun for me to commentate. I've played the game on my own already, and I've gone through one whole route of it. If I really cared about, like, if views and, like, making money off of YouTube was important to me, I would have recorded and uploaded myself going through literally all 4 routes. And I think there are only 4. Going through all 4 routes in 3 houses. I would have gotten plenty of views on it, I'm sure. But that's not how I do YouTube. I do YouTube for, fun. Cue people in chat saying, hey, when are you going to be streaming 3 houses? But, so first of all, I just want to assure anyone watching this who thinks that way, I play Persona 4 because I like playing Persona 4. If I didn't like it, I would have quit it. Just like I quit Fire Emblem Awakening, and just like I quit, what was the other thing I quit? Mega Man 11. Fire Emblem Awakening especially, like, there were quite a few people who were watching my Fire Emblem Awakening playthrough, but I quit it regardless. We're gonna have to take whatever this random card is, but it'll get us the sweep. Ooh, that's a good draw. Bam, bam. So anyways, yeah, I wanted to get that across first. I like this game overall. There are some problems with this game that are not as fun as the rest of the game, but that's the case for a lot of video games that I play that I enjoy. It's very rare that I play a video game that I just love everything about it 100%. Normally, I'll at least have some kind of an issue with the game. There will be 1 or 2 things that I'm like, I kind of wish they hadn't done that, or I wish they had changed this up a little bit. Something like that. When you gonna stream Devil Survivor Record Breaker? I don't even know what that is. You're weak to lightning, right? No, you're weak to wind. Never mind. You resist lightning. I had it backwards. Take that. I got rid of Garula, didn't I? Yeah, I remember I made that mistake last time. Good job, me. It's definitely something I wish I could fix. Get him. All-out attack.
Are you ready?
Yep, leave it to us.
Oh yeah, also the Sword Art Online game I played and Digimon World 4. I was in the last hour or two of Digimon World 4, and I was so fed up with the game I quit it. So I do not ever for a second think that Chaos is playing a game on his channel because it gets views, because I don't. That's just not something I do. I don't have anything against people that do that, you know? If that's someone else's prerogative for their YouTube channel, they're more than welcome to do it. I don't think it's a bad thing to do, to try and do content that is specifically, you know, is going to do well for your channel. You know, more power to you if that's what you're doing YouTube for. This is not what I wanted to happen, but it worked out anyway. But that's just not what I do. I do this 100% for fun.
Two enemies, but you
Bam,
have the
bam,
advantage.
bam, bam, nail. Alright, this time I can use Magarula. So that'll hurt pretty good. Get out of here. Anyways, I wanted to preface that just so that when I complain about something here in a second, people don't immediately think like, yeah, he hates this game. It's not the case. I like the game a lot. I will say, though, the more and more I play Persona 4, I've come to the conclusion that the problem with this game, at least for me, I'm going to make my case for why I think it's a problem, and, you know, you're welcome to disagree. I think you're wrong, but you're welcome to disagree with me. I think the problem with Persona 4, like, its biggest issue for me, and why I don't like it as much as Persona 5 at the moment, is the level scaling in the game. Like, the level scaling in the game, to me, just feels, completely out of whack. And I think I've kind of figured out the like, key to it, like, what you're supposed to do. Or at least what I think I'm supposed to do and what I'm going to do to try and make it work. But I don't like it. And that's the fact that the way the level scaling in this game works is it feels like by the time you get to an end of a dungeon, there's almost a 0% chance that you're going to be high enough level, unless you've just, like, doubled back on floors or, like, wandered around floors for way longer than you need to get more levels. It's going to come down to the fact, like, even if you fight the majority of enemies you run into on the way and take them on, get out of here, then you're not going to be high enough level by the time you get to the boss, even if you don't avoid anything, because that's been my experience. But when you get to the boss, if you then go back to floor 1 and do the entire dungeon over again, you'll probably be at the level you're supposed to be. That's the conclusion I've come to after playing Persona 4 Golden and having gone through 4 dungeons now. Because originally what I thought in the first 2 dungeons is that I was just underleveled because I messed up in the first dungeon somehow. Somehow I had not fought enough enemies and my level had dropped as a result. And then I thought I fixed that in the 3rd dungeon by going through the 3rd dungeon twice. And I thought from there on, like, oh, I've fixed the problems. And going forward now, I won't have to do this doubling back to grinding thing anymore because I fixed it. I'm at the level I'm supposed to be at. Lo and behold, we get to the 4th dungeon, and I get to the boss, and I'm proven wrong in that, again, if I want to be at the right level, I have to run through the dungeon again. You're weak to win. Who's next? Alright, that's good. So I think that the way the game is just designed is that you have to level grind, like, each dungeon, and maybe there are multiple ways you could do that. I guess some ways you could do it is you could stay on, like, the same floor for way longer than you need to. I don't go out of my way to discover every inch of every floor I'm on, but I also don't go out of my way to get to the stairs ASAP. A lot of times, like, you can see from watching me play, a lot of times I'll find the stairs early, and I'll be like, oh no, I can't go through the stairs that fast. This is an easy sweep. We just gotta give up, like, all of our... This is basically, we get nothing from this except the fact that we get a full sweep now. Because the only good card here is a money-up card, and we've given up all money. We not only went to 0 money, we also halved our money, which is just ridiculous. What the heck was I just saying? Oh, Snuff Soul is very nice. Crud, what was I just saying? Cannot remember. But I have a general idea. I was talking about, hello, small little freak. Crud, I had a running thing I was going with, and it completely left my mind. But anyways, it's pretty much just like, you have to go through... Oh, I remember what I was saying. That, you know, I don't skip, like, I don't search out the entirety of the complete floor, but I still, like, if I find the stairs early, then I won't go up the stairs immediately. I'll look around the floor at least a little bit more to find a chest or two and get a couple more fights and then be on my way. Dude, I love immediately losing my, sweep. Love RNG. So, Recarm is pretty nice. So I don't feel like it's my fault that I'm under-leveled. I feel like the game's level pacing is to blame. And you're welcome to disagree with me all you want, but I've gone through 4 dungeons, and it feels that way every time. Am I weak to wind anymore? No, I'm not very good. Was I weak to wind before, even? I don't remember. You're weak to fire, right?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Just 2 left.
I'm gonna
Come
Mirage
this
on you.
fight's not over.
So, I guess the way to combat that, or at least what I'm probably gonna do, how dare you dodge?
You're really
What I'm probably gonna do is I'm going to, just every time I get to the end of a dungeon, I'm immediately gonna be like, alright, let's go back to the entrance and go through the dungeon a second time to get the experience I need. And, you know, for me, that's like pretty boring, especially in a game where the dungeons are randomly generated. Like, I don't mind going through them once because that's the game, and I enjoy the combat overall. But when I get to you know, going through it the first time, it feels like you're making progression and, you know, getting somewhere. And I'm cool with that, and I'm cool with fighting enemies. Like, I like the gameplay. You know, it's pretty good, especially for turn-based combat. But as I'm going up and I'm making progress and all that. But then when I get to the, ooh, yes. But then when I get to the boss and the game is like, oh, well, you gotta go back and do it all of the floors you just did. Time to do them again, buddy. I'm very against that. That feels very tedious to me, and it makes me feel bored. Despite it being the same thing I just did. I don't like doing that in video games. And I feel like that's kind of what I have to do here. Otherwise, I run into a point where, like, rather it's a boss, or you don't have any physical attacks, what am I doing? Rather it's a boss, like the boss on this dungeon, or it's just a random enemy that is suddenly very strong, like evil Hulk Hogan, that stops me. I don't enjoy that, personally. Ah, not the dice. I don't know what you're weak to. You're platinum dice. I've never seen you before in my life. Use Miragion. See if it's weak to fire. Ooh, okay. That does plenty. Well, I'll kill you with fire then with Yukiko, and I'm gonna keep hitting this guy. Just use Augie Lau to kill this thing. Goodbye. I'm very mad that you're alive. I need to kill you before you can explode. Goodbye. Not Poisma. Oh, you actually hit the poison, you coward. So yeah, that's like... Seriously? Thank you, Yosuke. What the heck was I saying? I keep losing my train of thought.
Someone else's turn.
And I realize a lot of stuff is happening in chat, and I'm not keeping up with it. I apologize. I'll go back through chat and see everything I missed in a little bit after I get through this tangent. I want to make sure I get this tangent down in like one YouTube video if I can. Stop missing! You would get a crit. That's so dumb. Whatever. RNG, man. Love it. So yeah, I think probably the biggest problem with this game to me is the level scaling. I feel like the only thing that I really don't enjoy about this game is the level scaling itself, because anytime I'm not having fun, it's in relation to the level scaling in some way. Because I enjoy this game thoroughly, like I said. The only times I'm not having a ton of fun in this game is when I'm fighting a boss, like the one we fought just before, and it's just, like, destroying me, and it's not even a matter of, like... It's a matter of, like, hey, the only thing you can do to make this work is to go level up, like, 3 or 4 levels. Because that's what it feels like with this boss I'm against. Get out of here. Instead of, whatever. And then the other time I'm not having fun is when I run into an enemy like Hulk Hogan suddenly, where the levels have jumped up, and then Hulk Hogan can, like, 2-hit, or maybe even 1-hit KO me suddenly. I also hate that. Get out of here. So, you know, I had someone leave, I think it was Soundsmith. He comes to streams a lot. Thank you. I'm sure you're watching this, Soundsmith. Thank you for watching. But, he is a very prodigious viewer who watches a lot of my stuff, and I appreciate it greatly. But, he left a comment saying that to him, Persona 5 felt easier than Persona 4, and that's one of the reasons he likes Persona 4 more. And, I disagreed. He said that when he played Persona 5, it felt like a cakewalk to him. When I played Persona 5, it didn't feel like a cakewalk. I remember dying at least, like, I died in my Persona 5 playthrough at least, like, 4 or 5 times, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure, like, 2 of those deaths were just a load of garbage, but I definitely lost sometimes, and I don't ever remember feeling like bosses were a breeze in that game, but I also don't remember any of them feeling overly difficult, except for, like, I think Sai's Shadow in her palace was pretty difficult. What do I want here? Level up is really nice. I'm fine with money 5 or level up, so let's see what this gives. Alright, well, no level up. I'll take the money up in this case. Game chose for me. Thank you. Bam, bam. So there's that. But, yeah, I don't think it's a matter of difficulty. I think it's a matter of the level pacing. I think Persona 4's level pacing is just bad. And I mean, it's an easy thing to fix, because to fix that, all you have to do, there are 3 easy things you can do to fix the level pacing. 1, you can just make the enemies be, like, slightly lower leveled. Like, every enemy in the game, just bring it down by, like, 2 to 3 levels, and then that's no longer a problem. Or, you can do option B, make it where enemies give more experience, so you level up faster to reach the level of the enemies faster. Or C, you can just make it where all of the characters in the party have like 20% less experience to level up, so they level up faster as a result of that. Any of those things would make it, in my eyes, would make it where you have to do less grinding and backtracking like what I have to seem to do in this playthrough a lot. Get out of here. Because I don't ever remember, and, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, I might forget, there might have been 1 or 2 moments and I just don't remember them. But in Persona 5, I don't ever remember having to go and grind levels to be able to win the fight. I might have, did I say wins instead of win? I don't ever remember having to backtrack in Persona 5 and grind up, like, go to Mementos or go to a previous palace, or you can't go to previous palaces in Persona 5, or go, you know, go to the palace and backtrack to get experience, to level up. That might have happened once or twice and I just don't remember it, but if it did happen, it didn't happen nearly as much as it's been happening in this game. I think that's a lot better. This game is fun and I enjoy it, but, like, mechanically, I don't see how you can make an argument that this game is better than Persona 5 mechanically. The only mechanic there are only 2 mechanics, I would say, that this game has over Persona 5, and that's the fact that when you die, you reset on the floor instead of going back to a safe room, which isn't even that big of a deal. That's only a big deal when Persona 5 doesn't give you a safe room. Like, I remember Kanashiro's palace, the safe rooms were, like, spread out very strangely, but normally Persona 5 was pretty good at giving you enough safe rooms to where that wasn't an issue. But I do prefer Persona 4's way of just putting you on the floor you were at. Do I know what you're weak to? Lightning. Alright, that's easy to work then. That is, you stupid freak. Oh, dude, perfect. What was I gonna say next? I don't remember. Oh, and the other mechanic is the fox. I think the fox is a really good mechanic to have, and I wish that something similar was in Persona 5. Where you could, like, just spend a butt ton of money and, oh, that's right, this thing resists Almighty. I knew I forgot something. But yeah, I do wish there was something equivalent in Persona 5 where you could get, just spend a ton of money or do something to get all your SP back to make it a lot easier to... Oh, let's find out. Make it a lot easier to do dungeons in a single day, like in this game. That'll work. Yeah, Take Mikazuchi, get him. Too easy. You're not gonna die to this though, are you? I also live for this part. I don't have to worry about killing you with an all-out attack. I have a full sweep already. This is fun. You're as good as done. See you later, sucker. 69, nice. Oh, another enemy?
No way. 4 more enemies.
4 more, that's a large number. What are you weak to?
It's
Fire. So, Bufala. But anyways, yeah. Oh no, you're weak to fire and I used ice. Am I stupid? That's not good.
Someone help him.
Ow. Did you really get a crit? Okay.
You're gonna pay, damn it.
Yeah, you're gonna pay.
4 enemies left. Don't give
Get in
up.
with the Magarula. That was just a mistake on me not paying attention. I was too busy talking. But yeah, that's pretty much my only major problem with this game at the moment.
Down. Awesome,
Yeah, get up, my boy.
Senpai.
Who's next? The thing that's down. All right, Magarula again. That being said, I'm still enjoying the game. It's a fun game. Thank you for shuffle time. Classic Chaos picks the ice move immediately after saying it's weak to fire. Well, you know. And I'm really tired. Like, shuffle time is fine. I don't dislike shuffle time. I think shuffle time is good, and I also think that the negotiation setup in Persona 5 is good as well. But, like, the reason why I like Persona 5 negotiation more, I think, is because I do not like the level of RNG that shuffle time adds to the game. Mostly because I just, like, I get sick of RNG very easily. Makes you wonder why I play so many turn-based RPGs. So yeah, you know, I just wanted to assure people that I'm enjoying the game for anyone who thinks I'm not. I'm having a fun time. I like the game. That's why I'm playing it. And also air my grievances with, like, I think the level pacing in this game is pretty whack and could have been done better.
3 enemies on the field.
You're weak to ice, right? Let's find out.
Persona,